My best friend Jenny is a marvel to me. Cool, funny, insanely talented beauty alchemist with nearly 30 years of experience transforming faces. From fellow moms to A-list celebrities you know and love. Her passion for healing has quite literally changed my life and continues to teach me.
My best friend Kirsten is the epitome of a cool chick. Her fashion sense is as iconic and sexy as the brand consultancy she founded. Together we laugh, learn, and navigate life, motherhood, and business together.
So pour a glass of rosé or grab a matcha and join us as we talk about all the things that bring a higher vibration to life and to friendship.
I'm having a hot flash. Can you see?
You want me to turn the heat off?
No, it'll pass. And then I'll get freezing. Yeah.
Can we talk about the song that's in your head?
Making my way downtown.
So
Yeah.
you're a little bit late.
So, yes, I am a little late.
Which is totally fine.
Yeah. Every time that I'm late, that song is going through my head.
But I love that. It's kind of amazing because for me, what's in my head is fuck, I'm late, I'm fucking late, fuck, shit.
And you love to honk, too. It is awkward. It is so
I don't
awkward.
love to honk.
You lay on that fucking
If
horn.
there's a situation, if someone is in danger, I won't honk.
No.
I do not drive.
It's an impatient.
That's not true.
I rarely use my horn.
Well, that's no surprise.
I just sing, making my way downtown.
Well, that's not what's going through my head when you're late.
Okay.
When I'm late, and I envy that. So
Yeah.
kudos to you.
Yeah. Try it. Give it a little whirl.
Yeah. Making my fucking way downtown, and I'm fucking late. Like that?
Mine's a little springier.
How you doing?
You know what? We haven't podcasted since the fires and since all the things.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot. It's been everything. It's been heavy. It's been winds of gratitude. It's been all the things.
Yeah, the fires have been like we've seen each other, but we haven't done a podcast. It's been a lot. I've never seen or felt something like this, and it's funny enough, perfect timing. Last night, the thunderstorms. Did you guys have the thunderstorms?
That was next level.
Yeah.
I was seriously, the rain was coming down so hard. I was like, is my roof going to be able to sustain this? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. But we're here. We're much better than we were a couple weeks ago.
Yes. I think preparing for this particular podcast, I was doing all the things, all this, we're going to talk about vibrational healing and what that means and how you can use that at home. What I do, what we do that really helps us and why it's beneficial for our health and why it's just high vibrational period. But so I had a couple hours to myself yesterday. I know, it was amazing.
And where'd you find that?
I asked Spencer and he's like, great. So he was watching football and I was in meditation.
Wow.
It really sunk in that idea that we make our own reality, even though there's chaos around us.
Yeah.
Your mindset is everything.
100.
I didn't lose my house, but I have lots of people that I know. And it's so fascinating, the different outlooks on how they're handling it.
Right. You probably have this view into because so many people.
Oh my gosh.
And it's either they're blessed because of blah, 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 or it's, and both is like two things
both
can
are
be true.
Yeah, absolutely. And no doubt just one difficult hill to climb after another, but I think it's the way in which you frame all the things that you need to do.
100%. Totally.
I was fork tuning, I was sound bowling, I was hand panning.
Wow, I wish I was there.
Yeah, it was great. I was hopping.
I love getting forked and bowled.
Yeah.
I did a sound meditation this morning just so I could say in preparation for our podcast, which I've never ever said.
Okay. Did you do like a hertz or did you do?
Well, I did all the things. I did what I usually do when I wake up is binaural beats.
Yeah.
And then I did my typical meditation, which I've been doing with Open, and then they had a sound one, and I was like, oh, I got to get in on this.
Great. Did you go somewhere or did you?
God, no.
Okay.
I laid right there.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
No.
So we're going to talk about how incredibly beneficial this is and all of the things that it does for the body.
Sound, vibration, the vibrations of sound. How do we?
Human beings, like, we resonate at a certain frequency. We're all energy.
Yep.
And we're all light, right? We have this resonance that we're kind of humming to all the time in our interactions in our environment. We can really shift and alter our environment just by the things that we do to harness this vibration.
Okay.
To like raise your vibration.
So is it the vibration of the sound that's so game changing?
Well, yes, it's the vibration, right? There's a multitude of frequencies. And when you can raise your frequency, you're walking into the world more connectable. You're walking into the world with almost like a force field. You know, we've got that magnetic force field that's around us that's like 3 to 6 feet. Like, you extend that. So any interaction that you have with somebody, because our DNA is basically 99.999, human beings, we're all connected. All human beings are made up of energy. So what can we do to increase our resonance? My favorite thing is through sound, because it's so easy.
But that makes sense to me that we can, like, when you said it, I was like, click of like actually the level at which we're resonating, the level at which we're energy, and also like the length, the force field that we have. I love that. Love that.
And I mean, this is nothing new, right? Like,
really understanding what sound meditations can do, like that they're really truly healing. Like, I feel like that's becoming a little bit more known or used as a tool.
It's definitely, there's a plethora of science that backs it. I mean, these techniques and these methods have been traced back to Egypt and traced back to ancient Greece, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to sing some?
I mean,
Walk Like an Egyptian?
Yeah.
We're just now like beginning to explore and understand the role that vibration and frequencies have in our body. Like, they're starting to use frequencies in hospitals because certain sounds can actually change the molecular structure of a cell. It can repair a cell. To me, that's fucking fascinating.
Totally.
Like,
I agree with that.
each organ in our bodies, it resonates at a certain frequency, like your brain, your heart, your kidneys, your pancreas, like all these things. We all typically resonate at a certain resonance.
Right.
And if that frequency falls below 58, that's when we become sick. That's when disease kind of starts. Using sound therapy to build your immune system. I mean, it's pretty phenomenal. Yeah. So a few of the ones that I like to use personally, like I started playing the handpan. Should I bust it out?
It's so rad.
The handpan's really cool. It's actually a Swedish musician developed the handpan. The first time I heard the handpan, I was like, what is that alien sound?
Yeah, it's fucking rad.
But I was attracted to the instrument just from the vibrant, the vibration that it gives off. But it also has the ability to be incredibly healing for my hands. I struggle with rheumatoid arthritis, so my hands get really, really stiff. And when I play the handpan, it not only relaxes the practitioner, it relaxes whoever's listening to it.
Amazing. I'm ready.
It's unique in the sense that each note has a perfect ratio, right? It has like a 1, 2, 3 ratio, meaning each note has 3 sounds that come out of it, right?
I mean, it's so good. I can listen to that all day. Yeah, it's so good.
So I love the handpan. It's so magical. It's the handpan produces just powerful resonance, and just like numerous overtones, and you can hear it just kind of like reverberates throughout the room. And it's amazing for stress relief, mental health. It can improve your fine motor skills, cognitive stimulation, sensory regulation. So oftentimes, that's what I do when I come home from work, and it just like settles the whole house.
Right.
Especially my kids.
Yeah.
I think it's important to understand how sound taps into our brain frequencies. One thing that maybe people don't know, which I love, is I like to do fire meditation. So if you sit in front of a candle, like the flame itself has a frequency of 10 hertz. So it sinks your brain into an alpha state. For example, like in the Himalayan mountains, like gurus and people go up to the Himalayas because it resonates at like a 7.8. So it has this like magnetic pull for people.
That's cool.
And that, that hertz triggers your theta, right? And then that theta is basically, it constructs your nervous system to produce GABA. Like we love GABA. And
GABA.
Well, GABA is a precursor to DMT. So in your pineal gland, right,
oh no, that's here.
It's your third eye. So your third eye is your pineal gland. And people that do deep meditation, basically you can have like this spiritual awakening because DMT is released in the body.
Right.
I mean, we just take ayahuasca, but I mean, there's another way to do it.
You can also do it through sound. That sounds amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool.
So can you get that? So you started talking about the flame.
Well, looking at the flame, that is an actual frequency. So your brain, it slows your breathing down. So it actually, it helps your body sink into that hertz.
Cool. Okay. Got it. I do want to talk about binaural beats and why they're relevant. But when I did the sound meditation, it just plays different music, which Open does that a lot within breath work. And I quite like something just other than a mantra. It gives you something else to follow.
Yeah. But
then he was like, take the sound and like take it through your whole body, which was cool to like think about versus just like through the ears.
Yeah. The binaural beats, that's something I've been doing for a long time. It's fascinating what it actually is. So you do binaural beats with headphones.
Okay. Binaural beats are like it's a Spotify station.
Yeah. So basically what it is, they're best done with headphones, but you can do them without headphones. But the idea is they're two different tones. Okay. So one tone in one ear and the other tone in the other ear. And what that does is it creates a third tone. Your brain creates a third tone, which is the binaural beat. Your brain activity matches the binaural beats, which then can help with anxiety. It can improve memory, relaxation, pain relief, like all the things.
Wow.
And trains your mind to reach a certain mental state, which is super cool. So the more that you do it.
Oh, so it's like a stack thing. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So it hits our 5 brain waves, right? That's why they're so effective. So the delta. Yeah. So the delta is this like really low state, and it's kind of associated with like deep sleep, healing, pain relief, meditation, amazing for anti-aging. It reduces your cortisol levels. It's fascinating that it actually can increase your DHEA levels, that tincture that we take.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah. So that's a hormone that the body produces naturally in your adrenal glands.
So we need to get a gong is what you're saying.
No. But it helps other hormones, including testosterone. And it also, the delta phase, it accesses the unconscious mind. So that's where it's at. You have the theta wave.
Okay.
That's associated with meditation, relaxation, creativity.
Yep. Then
you have the alpha wave. When you get into a state of alpha, you're like super focused and you're way more productive. It also has all the things like positive thinking, reduces stress, helps with sleep, but it really does increase your learning capabilities, which I think is kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
And then you have your beta, which is amazing for focus,
Okay.
You know, for the analytical thinking, problem solving. It's great for like stimulating energy, like you're in action and you have a high level of cognition in the beta. And then there's gamma. This is a frequency, it's a little higher than the beta. Increased cognition, attention to detail, helping memory recall, kind of like helping you in difficult situations.
Okay.
Those are the frequencies that your brain can tap into these different states.
Awesome.
Okay, so fork tuning is super cool. Okay, so there's weighted and unweighted. I wish I had my other weighted fork because
She's been complaining that she doesn't have her weighted fork.
Yeah, I don't know where. I think I used it on somebody and now I can't find it. Tuning forks, they're basically calibrated to different frequencies. This one is 528 frequency. So the weighted ones look kind of like little hammers.
Okay.
You know, and then this is an unweighted. So the unweighted is struck, and they're basically placed in acupressure points. So it's essentially like stimulating the meridian lines in the body. It's like acupuncture without the needles.
Sign me up.
Yeah, totally. So they relax the air. They create blood flow. They're amazing. Like they increase your chi, circulation, and they activate your body's like natural healing process.
Yes,
so
please.
yeah, you strike it and you put it by the ears. And then you can also, you know, clean your
clean
aura,
it all.
Clean your aura and like your force field. You can also put it directly on the body for pain relief. You know, any acupuncture point. And it really helps your breathing become like more rhythmic. You know, just like slowing everything down, helping your central nervous system kind of get into a parasympathetic mode. And the unweighted ones can be used, to clean your chakras, balance your chakras, your magnetic field. Great way to restore your energy level. They're just easy to use, right?
I mean,
think of it as like a reset, like rebalancing your mind, your body, and your mind. And
we do that every morning.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly can. The weighted ones are amazing just to put on the body. Yeah, so that's
all right.
That's these guys.
Great.
And then sound bowls, you know, I mean, I bought this sound bowl.
Yes,
I
rad sound bowl.
I had no business buying like such an expensive sound bowl, but this is a Tibetan sound bowl. And the frequency on this one, I picked it up in the store. I played a bunch of sound bowls. I really wanted one. And this one just was calling to me. Like I couldn't put it down. And I was like, I'm not spending that much money on a freaking bowl. And then I kept coming back to it. Do you want me to play it?
Yeah, I want you to play it.
Okay.
And I want you to explain how you play it.
So yeah, you just kind of go around the bowl slowly at the top, kind of like the rim. I love this bowl. Like the sound just builds so beautifully. And I always feel this particular bowl in my root chakra.
Oh, that's cool.
So certain frequencies will hit, you know, different chakras in the body.
Wow.
It almost sounds like alien, doesn't it?
And it's getting louder and louder now.
Yeah, I mean,
it was going away. Like when you just hit it on the side, and then it was stopping, and then this like ramped it back up. Wow.
Yeah, it's pulling the vibration out of the bowl. Yeah, sound bowls are next level.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, amazing for activating all of those frequencies. Amazing for really getting that body and mind into that reparative, restorative space.
Yeah, I mean, I feel great.
Yeah. I do want to talk about, there's a frequency that I love to listen to, and we can even just pull it up on your phone. But it's the incredible power of the 40 hertz. There's plenty of YouTube videos that just play the sound. You can also go to your Spotify or whatever. But there's a great website called the meditationmusiclibrary.com, which is amazing. You can find all of the frequencies, all of the things on this website. But the power of the 40 hertz, it's like this really low frequency sound waves.
I'm waiting for it.
That's it. So it's this low gamma wave, right? And it promotes healing in the human body. And there's a ton of research that it really helps with like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's.
Oh, wow.
Chronic pain. Probably should have been putting this frequency on your rib when you broke your rib.
Great.
Yeah, after that.
I mean, I'd still...
Yeah, you can still do that. But also another hertz that I'm really obsessed with is the 285 hertz. I think it's called the sacred frequency.
Can't wait to hear about this one.
It has this amazing ability to remember the state of our cells, like our cellular and our molecular system. So it can help return tissue back to its like original form. This can aid in wound healing. It aids in healing cuts and sprains and damaged tissue. Okay, so that's the frequency of it. So, when you can find a sound that can actually repair your tissue, I was like, shut the fuck up. So Vibrancy Boost from Beauty Grass is infused, is imprinted with this particular hertz, 285, because it regenerates tissue, and it influences the energy field around you. So, I always feel really good when I spray that shit on.
100%.
Yeah.
That's
so it's basically, think of it as like a skincare force field. I use the IC pad to imprint it. Yeah. And I also play that frequency in my lab when I'm making it.
I love that.
Humming. Yeah. I mean, I love telling people about the humming.
I love
situation. This. Increases your nitric oxide production. So it stimulates the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve runs, throughout your whole fucking body. But
well, not everybody knows about the vagus nerve.
Basically, like it hits every organ,
everything, right?
Yeah. It runs through your larynx, in your throat, and by humming, it vibrates and stimulates the nerve. So when we do that, it lowers your heart rate, it lowers your stress levels, and it improves your mood. It's amazing for anxiety, and it also activates your parasympathetic nervous system.
But I love like little tidbit. You hum in your car.
I hum in my car. Making my way downtown. Yeah. And hum, like I try to do all scales of humming. I usually,
excuse me.
When I hum, my humming, I'm always like, it's either Beethoven or Bach, or like, it's some sort of classical, because I feel like it's easy.
Great. Mine's like rudimentary, like,
But that's good.
Which takes us to,
yes.
Can we talk about Om?
Oh, Om. Ohms are amazing. Ohms, chanting, all the things, all
kirtan. That's what it's called, right? The chanting, which I do think is really rad.
Yeah, it is really rad.
But the Om, which like obviously I do a lot in yoga, like before or after. When I do it and I'm really present and I'm really like just making a sound versus trying not to make an idiot out of myself saying the Om in class, it feels totally different and it resonates totally different, energy wise. But it is cool how it kind of collectively, it just creates a sound together. And what's the proper way to do it?
I don't know the actual proper way to do it, but I will say that I did a birthing class.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, I have to see if I can even access anymore. It was like a, no, it wasn't it was, that was good.
was good.
And that literally was me birthing Bo. That helped me. It like regulates something, but it was really amazing to distract you from the pain. So distract you from the contractions.
It's cool. It feels like it's a mantra, which I'm all for, but it also feels like a mantra that actually has frequency to it.
Yeah.
And like is
you're
feeling
creating that your own frequency.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Did you guys want me to chime in this retreat I was just at? Sherry Sidoti, amazing yoga and writing teacher. She had us do the Om, and she did it in 3 parts. And what she taught us was we started with the Ah, which is in the body, and it represents like the world around us and our connection to it. And so we all did an ah, and just really feeling it in your body. And then we did an ooh, which is sort of the spiritual connection, our senses, body, mind, spirit. And so the ooh you feel through your chest with a ooh. And then the is the integration of all of that. It's the world around you, your senses, and your spiritual connection. And so it's the sort of up in the upper chakra with just a and then you string the 3 together with an ah, ooh, and then we tightened that up and it became the Om. But for me, that separation of the meaning of the parts and then the stringing it together was the first time I feel like I've done an Om and I had a real connection to it.
Oh, that's cool.
I really felt like the resonance. So just wanted to share that.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I've heard like there is something about it. Like I've heard something like in various yoga classes that like somebody's at every second or whatever, there's somebody that's oming, or it's like the oldest sound in the world, like just like all of these kind of random things that really I think are meaningful. And then when you're in a room or a collective group, especially when there's I think like a heartfelt connection, you really feel I think what the group is creating, which is rad.
Yeah. I think one thing to point out too, something that Spencer, my husband, was talking about when I was sharing some of the things that work for me, like preparing for this podcast. And he was like, none of these things, well, he didn't say none of these things work, but he was saying they best work when somebody can really get in touch with their emotions and they really get in touch with their feelings. Because a lot of times sound can bring up something disturbing, like with the gong for me, I get agitated, irritated, even though I'm activating this part of my brain that it feels good. Yeah. But I do get triggered. It's almost like a scary. So it's trauma, trauma gets stored in the body. And so sometimes when we hear these healing sounds, that's trauma releasing out of the body. So it's really important to identify when you're getting agitated by some of these sounds, to name it.
And then let it go.
Let it go.
That's cool. I love that. That's cool.
Yeah. And I think too, he said the aspect, which I totally agree, the aspect of being vulnerable is just being open to like what that brings for you is so important.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. All right. I think we did it.
Shocking. Even though I was late, we got it all in.
I mean,
making my way downtown.
Fuck.
That's one I do all the time.
That's a good one. Yeah. We can get into that. Yeah, all right. I can get into it. That, yes. I should do that when Hudson walks in. Oh, we really just get a whole thing going on.
We should record a record.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, nothing. And we did a Pitch Perfect marathon over the weekend with Gaga. Fun. Yeah, and like they got nothing on us. We should do screw the acapellas. We could be like the hummafuckers.
Hummafuckers. That doesn't sound quite right.
All right, rapid fire.
Okay.
Best thing you ate.
So there's this fantastic Indian food restaurant down in the South Bay called the Copper Pot. And they have the best marsala. It was so good. Chicken marsala.
Yum.
Just melted, with some garlic naan bread.
Oh, all right.
I'm supposed to be
Get
eating
into
more
that.
curries, so.
Oh, that's right. So
Yeah.
you're okay.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It was great.
All right.
Yeah.
Word to the week. Word to the
Fucking heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy.
high vibrational moment.
Oh, well, that's easy. Because we had Twim, the chief of the Amazon, come and give hape to us.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. But I think my high vibrational moment was giving him a facial.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't even know how you break this down. We went and did a hape ceremony with this chief. And when I say chief, I don't mean just an important guy. I mean like the feathers, the necklaces, like the non-speaking English, like the whole situation, chief. And then you gave them facials.
I did. I
Like,
gave them facials.
Amazing.
It was the least I can do with them praying for our world and keeping sacred medicine sacred, and they're leading, they're like taking charge, and they're leading all of these other indigenous cultures to protect their religion, basically.
Yeah.
Profound wisdom and just amazing.
He's amazing.
Amazing humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about high frequency.
Yeah. All right. Tip.
Find a frequency that resonates with you. You know, whether you're just listening to something in your car or forks, bowl, sound bowl, something, 5 minutes a day. Just do 5 minutes a day of some sound, and I guarantee you're going to get some healing out of it.
I love it. All right. Stay lit, folks.
Making my way downtown.
If you enjoyed this high vibrational conversation, beauty wisdom, or just listening to two friends laughing their faces off, hit subscribe to get us on a bi-weekly basis. And be sure to share it with your skincare, wellness, and woo-woo obsessed besties. If you can, we're also super grateful for you hitting that little heart like button on each episode. It helps us grow. Peace out.
I mean, it's still going. It's so cool.
So cool. So cool.
Love it.
Yeah.